Hello, everybody. Welcome back to That Proud Black Woman Show. Thank you so much for showing up. Much love to everybody. How has your week been? Have you been, enjoying this? If you're in Canada, actually, have you been enjoying the snow that just keeps on coming? At this point,
Absolutely.
I feel like I need a little bit of sunshine in my life. I need a little bit of summer. All
Yeah,
right. So, how are
absolutely.
you guys doing? You know how we do on this show. You have to rep yourself in the comment section. Where are you watching from? Are you in Canada? Leave a comment in the comment section. If you're not in Canada, wherever you're watching us from, also leave a comment in the comment section. That's how we mark attendance on this show. So, today, first of all, I'll say Happy Black History Month. We all know that February is Black History Month, so a lot of people try to celebrate. The thing is, every day is Black History Day to me because
Absolutely.
every
Absolutely.
day is Black History Day for me, and I believe for everybody. But at least this time we use it to reflect on our lives, on our growth, on what we have been able to achieve so far. So I believe that's a positive thing. So who do I have here today with me? I have the amazing Canada vendors. First of all, let me show off my trophy from Canada vendors. So this I was able to bag this little bag boy a few weeks ago, and it was for
Yeah.
Personality of the Year and courtesy of Canada vendors. Canada vendors is one of the backbones for the Black community here in Canada, and I believe a lot of people, even those that are not in Canada yet and are looking to come to Canada and then start up their business and things, I'm sure they've been reaching out to you because you've been a really great support for the Black community. So I'm just going to be quiet for a little bit and let you tell us how your week has been.
Oh, yeah. My week. It's been great. Yeah. I work indoors, so I've not really been impacted by the weather. It's been very, very scary as well because there are times you want to go out. Once you see the snow,
I
you
know.
take you
it's
just take a back
it's
sleep
really
and you go back indoors. Yeah. So, but we're in Canada. Every weather is a blessing. That's the way I see it. You
yeah.
have to take control of whether you want to step out in the snow or you want to wait for it to melt a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, and I've been doing a lot of research as well on businesses. It's Black History Month. We do Black History Month all day, every
All day,
month,
every
all
day.
year. So there's been so much collaborations coming up. I live in Brampton. The city of Brampton is doing so much for Black businesses. I've been involved in some of their projects. They're trying to reach. They do it every year. Reach out to as many Black businesses as possible. Support a lot of community events on mental health, community development, on cultural events. So they've been doing so much. Also, I'm the head of public relations and strategic partnership for Network of Nigerians in Canada. We have an election coming up for new schools, so I've been
Nice.
busy with that as well. Yeah, we have so many events and programs coming up. So yeah,
Wow, you're really busy. You're really,
absolutely,
really
yeah.
busy. That's fantastic. So today we're going to be talking a little bit more because I have a lot of viewers that also own businesses or want to own businesses, and you are one of the go-to people within our community because when anybody comes to me and say, "Oh, you know what, I'm trying to set up business and things like that," the first name that comes to mind will be Canada vendors. Like, have you spoken to Canada vendors? Even for people that are immigrating as well, be like, can you just contact Canada vendors? It's a brand name. You've done a lot to grow that brand. Before we continue, I'm just gonna say all of you that will be joining us, please rep yourself in the comment section. Where are you watching us from? Are you here in Canada? Are you which city are you watching us from? And all of that good stuff. And we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to be talking more. I think this is way more in your alleyway, talking about innovation and technology and business growth. So this is something that a lot of people, I think, in the past 2 to 3 years, I would say maybe even in the pandemic, a lot of Black businesses have launched and they've been growing And in that aspect, I would say, how does that how does when people come to you, how do you make sure like you help them launch their businesses, help them bring their idea into fruition, and then you help them push it into, the market?
Okay, yeah. So before I go into that question, I'll just talk a bit about the platform's background, the
Mm-hmm.
reason why we started, and the impact that we've created so far. Like you know, from my bio, I come from an entrepreneurial background. I've been in business for a very long time. It's going to be 21 years this year. I started
Wow.
very early. Um, so I've kind of like studied how the business terrain would go. Like there's been lots of predictions about how technology would impact businesses going forward as far back as 2010. Instagram, I think, was launched in between 2010 2011. So I was also one of the early starters on Instagram then. It's been over 10 years on Instagram. Canada Vendors was launched in 2017 to support and promote small businesses across communities in Canada. The emphasis was on small businesses because small businesses don't have the visibility strategy like other businesses. From there, we expanded to medium-sized businesses and large-scale businesses, but we still on a daily basis, majority of our clients are small businesses because we believe they are the ones that need that support more. So we support businesses with resources, information that they wouldn't be able to get just by logging in online, because we are privy to be part of a lot of fantastic organizations and community platforms that have access to information that people won't normally get. So we are also like a vehicle to channel out information. We put up business resources every day on our platform. As much as we get updates, we try to update the community. Technology has been a primary tool that we're using to support businesses across communities in Canada. Now we've expanded beyond Canada, and we have followers from the US, from Europe, and a lot of African countries as well, because we have so many prospective immigrants from African countries that are trying to immigrate to Canada. So we get so many questions from that continent too. So technology would is the driving force now for businesses. And when you
Yeah.
talk about technology, you talk about innovation, you talk about business growth. E-commerce now solely depends on technology, and it is getting advanced by the second. Things are
Exactly.
changing. As at last night, we announced that there were some updates on Instagram. It was announced by their COO, Adam Museri. They've launched new avatars that people can create avatars in their likeness, in their image, for especially people that are so shy to put out their face. They are solving a lot of problems using avatars to promote brand image. People can create avatars in their image and put it out. That's a new update that was announced some days ago. If you go on your Instagram story now, it's already there. All the social media platforms that are integrated into e-commerce. So we're talking of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Google. They all have access to data through technology. So
Exactly.
when you go online that you want to do a sponsored ad on your business, you're paying for data. You're paying for information that you don't have, and it's
Exactly.
technology. So Instagram has the data, Facebook has the data, YouTube has the data. So when you pay them for those data, they would promote your business in the face of people that are that will be interested in making a purchase. So what are we trying to say? They know they know the consumer habits. They know what people are searching for online. They have the facilities, and they're able to do this through tech. So I fine. February is Black History Month. I've been putting up some posts that Black businesses are still still behind in
Yes,
terms of
exactly.
innovation. Everybody is not willing to take that extra, make the extra effort to integrate technology into their business. They are still fine. We'll say, oh, let's support Black businesses and all that. But you have to invest in yourself before you even get people to support you. And that's one of the criteria I look at some businesses. That fine, we do a lot of community work for some businesses, but before we can even bring you on board our platform, we need to know what you personally has invested in your business. You can't just say, oh, yeah, I'm a business person. You come online, you don't have any strategy, you don't have any budget to get some things done. How do you expect to scale that business? So, business owners, we have to face reality now. It's a techie world. Every sector, health, law, government, everybody is using technology to
Technology,
get the information out there. During
especially
COVID,
with what Corona has shown us
yes,
nowadays.
yes,
It's
yes. I
everybody just has to.
Ontario government, I know, spent a lot of money on bringing out information. They were using YouTube, they were doing sponsored ads. Even the federal government, every sector now has a digital specialist working on their communication channel. They have every top e-commerce company has a department doing their social media for them. It's now a big thing now. Like, it's before, people felt social media was just a place for people that had no, like,
Work, no future
they didn't have
ambition.
no work, they didn't have no. People are raking millions of dollars, billions of dollars are being made on social media. I know there are three top influencers in the world that Instagram, Facebook pays them per post: Cristiano Ronaldo, Kim Kardashian, Kylie, Kylie Jenner. These are people that when they show up on Instagram, just know that millions of dollars are passed through their account.
Exactly.
They have one of the top following. They are like, anywhere they are, their fans are there. And these companies know, so they don't joke with them. So people are making millions of dollars online. And how is this being done? It's through data, through technology. And small businesses too can get to that state. Not like you're going to make millions on your first week or your first month or your first year, but you can set up your business in the next few years. Who knows? You can also be part of most companies. When you go read their history, everybody started small. They started from somewhere and they kept growing, they kept pushing, investing. It is impossible as a business owner now to say you're going to wait in your house, you're going to rely on traditional forms of advertising, you're going to
Exactly.
wait forever.
Referrals, of course, referrals work, but it wouldn't work as much as when you actually put technology into use. So, for example, I recently I purchased food from a vendor who cooks from home, and the food was really nice, smoky jollof and all of that. So, the first
Yeah.
thing that came to my mind was to promote that person on my platform. So I just said, hi sis, can you send me your Instagram handle so I can because she was asking me for review that, oh, how was the food?
Yep.
So and I said, "Can you send me?" And she was like, "Oh, my sister, I'm not on that platform. I don't even know how it works." And in my mind, I'm like, "Really? You're not even like this person is I believe is probably in their late 30s or something. So it's not like they are 75 years old. Even 75-year-old men are on Instagram. So I felt like, wow, you just left money on the table because in that situation, there are a lot of people that are so busy at
Absolutely.
home that need somebody to cook for them. If I'd said, oh,
Absolutely.
giving the person a shout out, somebody else might have reached out. You don't know, one or two people. So I'm thinking,
Yep.
why are you then asking for the review? Because if I send it to you that, oh, the food was good, then what happens to it? So at the end of the day, a lot of people have to be put themselves out there. And that's because at the end of the day, that's what you need to do. Put yourself out there, let people put words of mouth, and then before you know it, it starts growing. I feel like a lot of people they don't have
Mm.
patience because when they
Absolutely.
watch Instagram, they see people that have become so rich, or maybe the lucky ones that from one post it became
Yeah.
viral and then they started making it big. So people always look at that one. So the thing is, patience is key. That's what people don't know. It doesn't start in
Even
a day, as you
Hollywood
said
stars.
earlier. Even Bill
Even,
Gates didn't start in a
yes,
day.
they all started somewhere.
They started
I Like
somewhere.
I said, we're over 12,000 followers. We started in 2017. I still have a 2018 screenshot of how our page was looking like. I think we had like 396 followers. Our logo was just in different colors. We were trying to restructure. Rome was not built in a day.
Exactly.
People would see Canada vendors now. It took us, how come the first time we're able to host an in-person event was last year, from 2017 to 2021. Look at the number of years. We didn't get monetized until 2020. We kept building from 2017, 18, and 19, right till February 2020. We were building. It was COVID, we're on lockdown, everybody came online. The pandemic helped as well.
Yeah.
But it took us this number of years to get to this stage. And we're still building, we're still investing in our brand
Which
because,
is, I would even say during the pandemic, I feel like it was a bit of a blessing because, for example, a lot of people that are on social media that were able to get like a website or was able to get on social media was able to reach a larger crowd that they would have initially had. For example,
Absolutely.
even though we're not able to have in-person event, you were able to reach people outside of Canada, people
Yeah,
from the UK, people from other
yes.
provinces that would not have been able to come to that event. So and that was how I got to find out about you as well, which was like you did something very special. Like, okay, we want to do virtual marketplace. People
Yeah,
come and pitch your brand, and
yeah.
a lot of people grew from there because I remember that I've been able to patronize a lot of people from that
From
virtual
the
marketplace that I
event.
never
Yeah,
knew existed before.
yeah. So just imagine I just sat down some I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, let's wait till they open the province. Let's wait till they open the country. Nobody's going anywhere. Don't let us make a move. You ought yourself, you ought your brand. When an idea comes to you and you don't act on it, because guess what, there are 3, 5, 10 million people out there with the same idea, but
Mhm.
there's a saying that whoever is the swiftest, like who acts fast.
Yes,
Because imagine when we acted on those ideas, look at the projections that came out, just the networking alone, the success
exactly.
stories. Someone still called me yesterday talking about the awards we did last year, on how someone was able to patronize her because they saw a nomination, that she got this nomination, and they were like, oh, for her to have gotten this nomination, that means she is really worthy of that nomination. And they went ahead to
I have a
engage
testimony
their
about that,
services. And
That's the funny part because when I
it's
got because I posted this on Fikemi's Law Office.
yeah.
And last week, somebody contacted me. Sorry, earlier this week, somebody contacted me to have to notarize a document, and then okay, and notarize the document. So something just said, let me ask them. Oh, how did you find out about us? Oh yeah, I've been following you from last year. I saw you got an award and all of that, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, okay. I didn't even so if I didn't ask, I wouldn't have known that it was true. The person see, oh, this person got an award and saw the mayor and all of that. It was like, oh, this person, and then they reached out to me. So that's how networking can actually help, and that's how what you do for other people, like showcasing their brand, can also help them. I wouldn't have known if I
Absolutely.
didn't ask them. Oh, how did you get to find out about Fikemi's Law Office, right? So
Yeah.
that's
The success stories, the testimonials that have come out from the awards, it keeps coming out every day. Every day I get calls, every day I get messages. And you know what? It had to be done, Fikemi. It had to be done. Because look around. Nobody is celebrating the small business community.
exactly.
No one really cares. Everybody's all about the big box businesses. When you go for all these top awards, and that's why sometimes people ask me, Miriam, how many awards have you gotten since you got into this country? And I said, I get nominations. I've not gotten like an award per se, but the award, the fulfillment of seeing my community thrive, my community grow. And that was why it was very important for me to get the mayor of Brampton to come and learn about what we're doing in our community. It was very important for me to get Nkechi Nwafo Robinson. She was our guest speaker, one of the top Nigerians in TD Bank, to come and learn about what is happening in our community. And she was she was so happy. She was very impressed. And because of that, a lot of people have been able to network with her. These are people that you will see their profile on LinkedIn. Even if you send a message out, they are very busy. You can't just go and send a message to them and expect. But I know Nkechi has also been a guest on your show as well. So
Yeah.
the power of networking cannot be overemphasized. Like, you cannot. I always say it. There are two things as a business owner in North America. I'm emphasizing on North America because that is where we live. Networking and technology. You cannot, you cannot downplay those two tools. It is very important. And that is what we use as a platform. We use technology to get the message out there. We use networking to get the human resources in. I'm talking of the people that we know can make an impact. And I am so happy. The mayor announced at the event that this year is even going to be bigger, that they will be nominating entrepreneurs because they have a lot of entrepreneurs in Brampton. They will be nominating entrepreneurs this year from their own entrepreneurs, investors, or to be part of the awards. So I am very excited. I'm so happy that there's been a lot of success stories, because there's so many people that needs to be celebrated, but no one knows them. And it's going to take years. I mean, years. So we are trying to bridge that gap. That we doesn't have to take. You don't have to be 10 years in a community. If you're making an impact within a month, you deserve to be celebrated. And during the
Exactly.
lockdown, we saw a lot of people. that went above and beyond to ensure that their community is thriving. Fine, we deal with business owners on a daily basis, but we deal with the community because it's the community that will patronize these businesses. Yeah, so
That's one thing that I wanted to say. Kudos to you. We really appreciate what you do. For me, 2 years ago, like I would say, my network was like that minute because I was more focused on getting to work, getting my paycheck, getting back, and my family. When
mm,
COVID struck and I met you, I
mm,
want to say 95% of people I know now are through your network. People that I've
that's
met on your
amazing.
show, people that reached out to me when I had to I was a speaker on your
On the
programs or your
virtual
event,
marketplace, yeah.
and people that I've been able to collaborate with. For example, Africa Dividend, she's here on the show right now. That's I got to find out from the one we did. What was the program we did? I think it was the first in person one we did last year,
Brand Expo.
Brand Expo. That's where
Yeah.
I met her, and I was like, you know what? We can actually collaborate together. And we started. We created the design for the T-shirts and the hoodies, which is now on the website for sale because that's how we met.
And
And there's
that
so
was
many other
such a
people like that that
fantastic
I've been able to
concept.
meet. These are
Yeah.
people that even when we finally met in person, it
Yeah.
felt like I've seen them before. Even when I met you in
Forever.
person, I was like, are you sure I haven't seen you before? And that's the power of technology. That is the power of networking. That's the power of innovation. Because when we met a lot of people, we've been able to innovate. You know what? Oh, how can we work together? Innovation
Yes.
came and we acted upon it. So that's
Yes.
really fantastic what you're doing. You might not know the
Thank you.
impact, but the
Thank
truth is, you
you.
are really, really helping a lot of people. You are really touching lives, and we appreciate you.
Thank you
If there were
so
like
much.
more platforms like this, like 10 years ago, I believe
We
the
would have
Black
gone
community, the Nigerian
far.
community would have tried more than this. But
Yes.
everybody's mindset was me and my family. So far, I get my paycheck, that's all I
Yes.
need to do. So you
So
stepping out of your comfort zone, having your own job. By the way, you have your own job, you have your own business, you have
I
every
have
other
my,
thing, and you're
like,
still helping more
literally.
businesses. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah,
I don't.
and it has to do with passion, because if it's not passion, I would have crashed. There are
Yeah.
times, people will call me at odd hours. At the time, people message me at past 11. I've gotten messages at past 2 a.m. for the ones that are in the provinces that are behind
Yes.
MST, people in the Pacific. And I'll look at it and I'm like, oh my God. And, and I was like, oh, maybe they saw me online, because there are times I do updates at odd hours,
Yes.
from maybe after 1 a.m. Toronto time. And people will message me, I have this issue, please, can we get this, can you help me with this? And I will try as much as possible if I'm not too tired, because it has to do with passion. Because I'm like, oh, if I don't answer this person now, I might forget the following morning, I move on to the next. Like you said, I'm very busy. I have 3 businesses, full-time businesses, that are under my control. Both, here, Canada Vendors is also a business. We have other ones outside of Canada as well. I consult for people outside of Canada, because glory be to God, I've lived in like 3 continents, so I've been able to mix with different environments. Um, I have my career as well. I have exams that I'm doing. So there's so many things. I Almost every week I get calls from the city of Brampton, their economic empowerment team. I have fantastic relationship with some of their key staffs there, their entrepreneurial hub as well. If the mayor, now we're in Black History Month, there's so many projects coming up. I get invites to be on the mayor's entourage to go visit some businesses as well. So it's a lot of work, but passion keeps me going. Passion is very essential, and that's why they always say that if you're a business person, you better love what you're doing, because the day the hiccups come, there's some days you don't even want to engage with anybody. There are days you want to
Exactly.
switch off, but when you switch off, you take your time off to rest and re-strategize, then you come back and you
Yeah,
continue.
that's true. And talking about,
So
thank you so much, Global Ariana, for your donation. Um, Global Ariana is one of the people I also met on your platform. I think it was the virtual network place, and I met her, and she's
cool.
been like we've connected so well. She was of assistance to me even with this YouTube journey. I've been always checking up on her, and she checks up on me, and even for mental health as well. Sometimes you just feel like you look around, there's nobody around. Even that networking, just having somebody to say, hello, how are you doing today? It's
uh,
priceless.
it's
It's
priceless.
priceless.
And I'm so happy to announce we also have, through Brand Expo, we're able to form a close knit group for entrepreneurs. It's called the Entrepreneurs Hub. It's on
Oh,
WhatsApp.
nice.
Yeah, so the hub is mainly people that got we had vendors that got stands at Brand Expo. So
Yeah.
the group was formerly Brand Expo 2021, the vendors up. So from there, we had to move it into the entrepreneurs up because we're hosting Brand Expo again this year, August 2022, by the grace of God. So it's also a support group where we post information. We support each other with tools, resources, also just to cheer people on. When I see vendors doing very well about some of their posts, their content, I go into the group. I'm like, I saw your video, fantastic, get this done, do more, I like it. Like people come into the group, throw questions, we have vendors there who are ready to help. um it's been an amazing journey, and will I ever take this back out of my life? Never. I can, it can only get better and better and better. Like I said, it's not about trying to be popular. That it took me from 2017 to 2020. It took me that number of years before people knew me. I didn't put my face out there. I was just so scared because I'm like, I did, because, putting your face out there comes with a lot of responsibilities. And if I tell you, it's not been easy for me. It's not been easy at all. But
Understandably
yeah,
so, because a lot
it,
of
it's
people,
it's
especially when
it's
you're
not been
black, and
easy.
because this is
Yeah,
Black History Month, we have to address that. A lot of
yeah,
people are scared to put their face on their brand before it becomes big because they are scared that a lot of people that are not black would not patronize them. That's one
absolutely.
of the fears of people. So they were like,
Mm,
I don't want them to know it's a black owned company. I just want
mm,
it to just be there. And then
mm,
when it starts the success, when it grows, then they put their
mm.
face on it. And it's understandably because we cannot close our eyes to the fact that these things actually happen.
They
So
happen.
it is true. So for you, every time I see a brand that is backed up by Canada vendors, I believe is a good brand because I know you do your due diligence before you even put any brand out there. So
Absolutely.
it's really important. And as I said, a lot of people that come to me and want to ask questions about brand, and I'm like, you're coming to the wrong person. Go to Canada vendors, contact them. And for me, what's really amazing that I see about you is your innovation spirit, the way you innovate things, and then the way you plan ahead. Now you're talking about Brand Expo for August. I don't even know what is happening next month. How do you manage to do that? Like, come up with these ideas and be able to put a timeline and meet those timelines. How do you
Okay.
do that?
So thank you very much. That's a wonderful question. And before I go into that, I see that I see my people online. I want to shout out to everybody watching. I know I saw Gloria. Is it Globe by Ariana?
Yeah.
Yeah, Toyi Jones, that's the founder of Afrikawa Designs. I can see Funlola, Extra Step CEO. I can see Miriam Waid. Um, Thank you all so much. All other people that I couldn't mention your name, I really appreciate you all. Maybe as time goes on, I'll see your name pop up because I can see their comments. Yes, if you are in Canada, you need to set a timeline simply because you're not the only one involved when you're planning a major event,
Yeah.
and you need to give yourself time. So Brand Expo last year was big. This year is going to be bigger. The venue we used last year can't even contain the number of people that have shown interest this year.
Mm,
So we have to plan ahead. Now I'm going to bring my contract management experience into this question. As a contract person, as a contract manager, when you're sourcing out for vendors, you're sourcing out for supplies, you need to give notice. You need to give time. You need to request for proposals. So
mm,
Brand Expo is so big that we have the venue to talk about. It's going to be streamed online. We need to get in touch with the technical crew. Then the marketing. So for everybody that is online right now, all the events you see we do, the hardest part for me is usually the marketing, trying
mm,
to convince people to key into this event, trying to source for sponsors to key into the event, and trying to convince, because every day we have new people following us that they don't even know what we're doing. So every week I get to reintroduce myself, reintroduce what we're doing. That is the hardest part of an event. I know Funlola here can attest to the fact that during the awards last year planning, I nearly backed out. And I
wow.
confided in her and I told her, Lola, this event is too big. I'm backing out. This is over $12,000 in expenditure. How are we going to raise this amount of money within this specific period of time, knowing that this festive period? I told her, I said, Funlola, I'm not interested again. I'm not going to, because there are times personal funding go into some of these events before the actual sponsorship, the ticket sales and all that, because you can't depend on those parts as well. So I told
Hmm.
her, I said, and she was like, Miriam, you know the purpose, you like, you know the purpose of this event, you know what you're trying to achieve. Please don't back out. She kept pushing me, and till now I call her every week because of the awards, opportunities, people that did not even believe we could scale that high. Because let me tell you, the Entrepreneur Awards was the biggest event we've ever done in the history of
Wow.
Canada vendors.
Wow.
Awards, events, the expenditure is more than Brand Expo because there's entertainment involved.
Yes.
I was very scared. I panicked. I prayed. I panicked. But when the support started rolling in, because everybody keyed into, it wasn't at the early stage, but at the last minute. So, people, when people started getting their nominations in, and we did it in 2020, but 2020 was virtual.
Virtual.
Yeah, but in-person event, the award was just like organizing a wedding.
Mm.
Somebody told me that our wedding was not even up to this standard because she
It,
came with her
it was
husband,
really
and
magnificent because
it,
I was there, so I
yeah,
know it
it was their
was.
anniversary week. So all the pictures she took at Brand Expo were used for anniversary pictures because she came with
Wow.
her husband, she came with the kids. So we have to plan ahead. Marketing takes a toll on
Mm.
events. Other vendors that you have to contract, you need to get their scheduling. Some are traveling. You need to know if they will be able to show up and get um, their services done. And the stakeholders, we're talking of the vendors, we need to give them time to plan inventory. Now we started saying it must. So people that are coming there to book a stand should know that they have to start planning their summer inventory. They need to get their branding on point. We're talking of banners, we're talking of customized items, and we also need to give them time to market as well. Remember, there are people that will be flying in from different parts of Canada into Ontario to
Yes.
get to the venue, like to participate. So this is just a word of advice for everybody watching, that when you're embarking on major events, it could be personal, it could be professional, give yourself time. You have to enjoy the process because it's going to be tedious. I've just talked
Exactly.
about what I went through with the awards right now. And remember, I was also the head of committee for Niger Fest. I planned Niger Fest. Niger Fest was December 4th. Award was December 18th. So I was wearing two hats at the same time. And to the glory of God, both events were successful. I am still enjoying the success story of
Yes.
everybody that's been contacting me, and personally as well, because my family members were there. This year, I have family members from the US who are already planning. It's just for me to tell them the dates, they get their tickets, they come in, because they're
Mm.
telling me they don't have such in their communities in the US. I have people in the UK. I'm so excited. I'm just going to announce it here that I'm going to the UK this summer
Wow.
to get some collaborations done. I'll be featuring on some major media platforms to talk about what we do on Canada vendors and expose that environment to the UK
To that
market.
as well.
And what does that show you?
So
It's
you are a
innovation.
trailblazer, pretty much. You're a
Thank you
trailblazer,
so
not
much.
just in Canada. You're touching lives everywhere else. Now people want to learn, like, how are you doing it? How have you been able to do it? And you're so, that's the good part about you, because then you're so free spirited. I said, okay, I will come show you. Some other people will be like, well, it's a traded secret. It took me 3 years or 5 years to get here. So sorry, go learn yours. But now you're willing to share. And that's
Everybody,
fantastic.
like I said, I have key people watching from this. They're part of the entrepreneurs, or
Mm.
people that are close to me know when it comes to information. Because guess what? It's just a matter of time. The person will go on Google and figure it out. Brand Expo Awards, is there any big deal about it? No. Planning might be different. The way I see things might be different from the way you see things. But if anyone wants to plan an event today, I still have an event I'll be attending in February for Black History Month in our meeting. I will be there. She's a friend. I'm going to support her. I'm going to share insights, because when one person wins, we all win. The
Exactly. That's
award
one thing that we
is
need to
not
learn in
only
our
my
community.
success story, it's our success story.
It is.
Canada Vendors is not in my personal name. It's a brand. It's for everybody. When the mayor was giving a speech, he didn't single-handedly talk about me. Fine, I might be the pioneer, but can you see that it was saying that success upon success? It was talking about the Nigerian community because he's had so many fantastic collaborations. He's been to Nigeria, he's represented Canada at the Commonwealth, so he knows a lot about our community. And that's why I'm so happy that I stay in Brampton. When I leave Brampton, I'm going to cry because the support that has been, the support I've gotten from the city, from stakeholders around, from community groups. It's been tremendous. It's been fantastic. I still got a call recently that a Black directory is being launched, and they gave me the responsibility to coordinate vendors that will be on that list. The lady that called me, it's for a major government department, said they don't have any other person that would give them an accurate information as
Wow.
regards small businesses in Canada, not in Ontario, in Canada. So,
And this
and
is this is our success, because at the end of the day, it will give us the room, because now it will give a lot of people that are linked to you the room to be able to make it on that list, which will help them to be able to sell their products, to be able to put their services out there. So this is
absolutely,
fantastic news.
absolutely. Like I said, every day, there's no doubt it is tough. See, running Canada vendors, it's like a full-time job. So
It
people would
is
even ask, do you do
for
any
so
other
many
thing else?
people. It is more
It
than a
is.
full-time job.
Yeah, it is. I go through a lot. You are also in the tech space. You have a YouTube channel. You know the updates that keeps going on around. You have to keep up with it. And now my own is even tied to revenue in the sense that a lot of businesses that use our services to get visibility for their brand are
Mhm.
relying on us to get the word out there strategically to put their brand in the face of prospective clients
Mhm.
that would have interest in their brand. So the responsibility is huge. I need to strategize so at times I'm sleeping, I'm thinking. There are times I need to reach out to people in other countries. Please let me know what is going on, like what's the terrain like, the marketing. So right now, UK has one of the best e-commerce um, streams, like platforms in the world.
Mhm.
I always tell people if you start by there's some pages you need to follow on Instagram that in the UK, you need to see the way they market. You need to see the way they create content. One of the highest paid content creators in the fashion space in the world, she's from UK. They are far ahead than North America. And I guess there's a lot of factors that play that even in tech too, UK is far advanced. There's so many banking tools that they have in UK that we don't have here in North America. So there are times you need to move out of your space and see what is happening in other environments. You can't say because you live in Canada, and that's why there are times I do. There are times I feel like I'm too fast paced for the environment because I've seen so many things, and we're trying to launch them gradually, but we don't want to overwhelm people,
Yeah,
so
you're
we
gonna
take
bring
it
us up to speed, I believe.
a step at a time. Yeah, and we're trying to. You will be seeing major changes as we start marketing and doing publicity for Brand Expo. We're also
Mhm.
going to be having a fantastic session on Zoom about marketing and branding in celebration of Black History Month. That event will be shaking the table because it seems as if a lot of people are just there's a lot of soft pedal, a lot of pampering going on that some vendors don't even realize that they are just shooting themselves in the leg in terms of how to scale their brand. So we're going to be organizing something for entrepreneurs. We'll put that out. Then also, as the summer months rolls in, we'll always have an entrepreneurs networking picnic. We're still going to host it this year just to bring out more information about Brand Expo. You were there last year and you did a fantastic job covering the picnic, guys.
It
I'm still
was
going to get some
fantastic, and even
clips
the
from
scenery.
you.
It
Yeah.
was
So,
good.
because
It was
yeah, we
good.
used Toronto Island. I know a lot of people. I was just like, oh, I'm not organizing the picnic this year. And you know what the
Ah,
questions I got was, what about we that we've never attended before? Why are you doing this? Um, yeah, there's a lot going on, and I just want to put it out there for entrepreneurs that technology. Okay, someone just talked about the team for Brand Expo this year, Wahid Miriam. So the team for Brand Expo this year is technology, networking, and innovation. It is very, very important. I'm just going to say it again. Technology is even what brought everybody into this space in the first
Exactly.
place. If Fikemi is able to stream me from my house, I'm able to see her. You are able to see us. We're talking. It's now after the live. It's going to go on a YouTube channel. People that could not meet up with a live
You'll
would
be
be
able to
able to
watch.
watch a replay.
Mhm.
Everything is through technology, and it leads to
Exactly.
innovation, and it's going to lead to growth because anyone who would watch the replay by chance will get some nuggets, some tips from the live. So that's growth, innovation, technology. So I really, really, really want to encourage business owners, even professionals. I get so many career tips online, financial tips online. These are things I didn't have access to. I was able to successfully know how to build my credit during the pandemic
Wow.
due to the number of platforms that were churning out information about financial growth, about credit. Like, there's so many information out there online. Fine, it could be a lot, it could be overwhelming, but from those, you would still see the ones that you can key into. So we have to be very strategic. Canada vendors, we play on strategy every day, and we keep learning by the second. There are times you would see me churn out a content. It could have taken me weeks to study to see how it would um like how it would excel when it's gone. And we, like you said, we do a lot of due diligence because we have to be very, very careful. We don't post sensitive materials. I'm all about growth and progress. You won't see me posting things that you will see on gossip blog. I'm not a gossip blog. We are a business oriented platform. Our
Yeah.
own is to churn out progressive information, useful content on how our community will grow. That's just what I am all about. So I really want to encourage business owners that you can do it. A lot of people are saying, yeah, it's Black History Month. People don't support Black businesses. As a Black business owner, don't even wait for support. That's what I'm going to tell you right now.
Exactly. That's why the theme of this, that's why I tagged the team moving forward. Like, let us not wait for other people. Let us not wait. We can grow because at the end of the day, so many other races were able to grow within themselves. I would talk about the Chinese. A lot of times they support one another. Before a Chinese person will buy something from you, it will first find out, does my brother have, brother in
Absolutely.
quote, does my sister have, then I
Yeah.
can, or I remember when I used to sell Avon when I just came into the country and I didn't have a job and I was always going from door to door, Avon lady calling. When I
Uh,
see Chinese people, they'll be like, oh yeah, my brother is selling, my sister is
the
selling.
same
they
thing.
they
Wow.
want to, they grow themselves, and that's why they keep growing. That's why people keep going back to them. So for us,
Absolutely.
let's see, what can we do within ourselves? What is it that you have? It's just like the story in the Bible, the
Mm,
talent, that one talent that you have, don't bury it,
mm,
grow it. And that's the theme about moving forward. Let us not, okay, either you complain or you don't complain. Are we moving forward? No, we're stagnated. So we need to keep moving so that next year we're better than 2 years ago. And the following year is better. We keep moving, we keep helping one another, and we can create
absolutely.
wealth among our
Yes.
community, which
Yes.
is
Yes.
why it was really important for me to bring you on this show, because especially for to start the Black History Month, because you're the first person. I was thinking, if I ask you, because you already came on the show last, you already came on the show last season. I was like, and you're very busy. If I ask you, and God made it to be like you contacted me, I was like, yay! So I don't,
Yeah.
I don't
I
have to
know.
come and put my tuck my
You
tail in
you
between my
I
legs to ask.
your YouTube channel is it's it's what I don't know. I know in the next few years now, maybe it's CNN or some or BBC that will be dragging that proud Black woman. I can't wait to see you on a global stage talking
Thank
about
you
this
so much.
brand, and it would come. You
Thank you so
deserve
much.
it. The amount of I watch the replays as much as I can because at times I'm not online to watch the live, and
Mhm.
the fantastic nuggets from a lot of the guests, all the guests you usually bring, they are well grounded, and I want to encourage people to go watch the replay. You would learn so much. I've never
Yeah.
seen a generation more willing to share,
To
to talk
share.
about their stories, to encourage than the generation we have right now. Such a fantastic generation. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like this with our parents. And I guess because they didn't have an advantage of technology, they would have had a lot to share. But now we have an advantage. We have technology. So I always tell people it is what you use with technology. That is what you will get from it. If you're using it for progress, like to promote progress, you will definitely reap progress from it. If you're using it to slander, it's gonna come back to you. But I am very, very appreciative of people that are using their time and technology to promote community, to share information. And that is what, whenever I see that proud Black woman, I see resources come to my mind, empowerment come to my mind, community come to my mind. So I
Thank
can't wait
you.
to see you on a global platform talking about this brand. It is so refreshing. And that's why, I had to contact you, that I have to be here, like, because I know
Because
that.
when you started, I was so happy because I was already thinking, okay, I already brought you last season and I know how busy you are. I was like, if I go and ask now. And then you just came. I was like, thank God. So, because I was already thinking, because a lot of times, a lot of people are so busy. So when I
I
reach out,
know.
sometimes they're like, oh, I'm already booked up for the month. So that's why I was asking you, how do you book ahead? Like, how do you have all of this planned for the year? I don't even have the one for next 2 months planned. How,
No,
like, so these are
well,
things that a lot of us need to learn. Like, once I'm done with this now, I will go sit back and rewatch, because this is also a key to my growth. Because when I watch those replays as well, there's so many things that I have missed, because I'm also the manager putting things on the screen and all of that.
as
There's a
well.
little bit of things that I've missed, and when I watch it back, I also apply it to myself. So for a lot of people, I've seen people that would reach out to me and say, oh yeah, that person, how can I contact them? And I'm sure after this too, people will want to know, how can they contact you and how can they, learn from you? For a lot of you guys that are business owners, I know sometimes it can be very onerous, it can be very tedious, to launch these things, to launch your ideas. You can source these things out. That's why people like Canada vendors are there. That's like, you can source it out. If you can do it yourself, if you don't have the technological know-how, get somebody that can connect you with somebody that knows. It might cost you spending some money, but then it will be a good spend. That's just the thing. Because a lot of times you get overwhelmed. You have family, you have kids, you have your full-time job, you have this business idea that keep lingering on and lingering. And as Miriam has said, you're not the only one that has that idea. 2, 3, 4, 5 million people also have the same idea. So, as she said, it's the swiftest survivor of the fittest as well. So, reach out to people that can actually help you out. It might cost you money, but it's money that will go back, work for you, and bring more money into you and give you that visibility that you need. That they might, maybe you will grow so big that you don't need the paycheck anymore. Now you are, a name, a brand on your own. So that's really important. Growth is not something that happens within a day. You
It
have to
doesn't.
keep
It doesn't
learning.
happen
You have to
overnight. You
keep
have to
growing
invest.
until you get to there, right?
You have to invest in growth. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's really good. And just so we just round up, what are the other things that you have in mind? Because I know you're full of ideas. You're full, like, I'm sure if we keep asking, we're not going to leave here today, because you do your research. You every time we have any reason to have a little conversation, you're always loaded. Always loaded. You have all of this. I don't even know. I don't know how you do it. So, what are the other things, like talking about the topic of the day, which is innovation, technology, and growth? What are other things that you feel that people need to know and learn?
Okay. So right now the dynamics um are changing for within the online space, and so this is just, I know a lot of people might not be comfortable right now, but I want to encourage business owners that this is the time to put your face out there. This is
Mm,
the time to talk about your brand in full force. You have to show up online with your face. This is the time to get into storytelling. So Instagram announced recently that they are no longer a photo sharing app. So what does this mean? It means video content will be given much more priority, and it's happening right now. It is happening by, not even, I don't know what word to use. I don't want to use second, maybe half a second or nanosecond. You need to start telling stories. Marketing, social media marketing is all about being creative right now. And social media marketing is just the only tool we have right now. Especially we that were in Canada, that today we're on lockdown, tomorrow they open, today lockdown. So you only have the online space to get the information out there. So marketing is no longer about posting your products, pictures. You need to get into a storytelling phase. You need to be very creative. I know creativity takes courage. You need to get the armor of courage on. You need to invest in more of video marketing if you're going to be using social media as a channel, as a tool to get information out there. Reels is one of the fastest way of getting your videos out there to pop up more than your reach, like more than your followers reach. So what are we saying? Technology, innovation. Instagram has started paying content creators for videos. So some have gone viral. People are getting paychecks from it. But for small businesses, the space is, it's a big space. Everybody is trying to get themselves out there. So you need to get your creative hat on. You need to be very strategic. Then you need to invest in automated ads as well. Facebook ads, you need to know how to boost your content from Facebook. Facebook is the largest, they're the engine room of Instagram, for the benefit of people that don't know. So it's no longer about you coming up online and posting something, except you've gone viral before, people know you. Or,
Yeah.
so a page like ours that people, we have that traffic because people tend to search for us, even if we don't post, they want to see our updates. But if you're still trying to get out there, you need to do something very innovative. You need to be very creative and automated ads, because technology, as I say, will determine how far you go on the online space.
Exactly.
You cannot take away technology as a business owner. And technology comes at a cost, it comes at a price. So this is not a matter of trying to say, I'm going to use $100 to make $1 million on, the more you invest, the more you get out of it. But it's not going to happen overnight. It will take time. Because remember, you're doing a business with the online retailers. When I mean the online retailers, the owners of these platforms, social, Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube. So yeah, technology, creativity, storytelling. You have to be very, very strategic, and you need to learn as well. You learn from other pages that are doing it right. Consult, get a professional. There's so many out there, but you can't afford not to do something in terms of being creative,
Yeah.
investing in technology, and showing up. People really need to believe in your brand before people, because a lot of people don't even believe in themselves. They just come online
I
and
know.
say they're in business. Yeah.
Yeah,
When you see
that's
me talk, I believe in what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. You wake me up today, I can tell you what we've done in the last 5 years and where we want to be in the next 10 years. That is just to show how committed. A lot of business owners don't even know what they want to be in the next 1 year, and they move in with the crowd. They like, I see all sorts online and I just laugh. Black History Month is coming. A lot of them are looking for shout outs here and there, not knowing that there are so many things they need to do to invest in their brands.
exactly. It's really important, and I believe that a lot of people, especially if people go back and you watch majority of the videos that I've done in this moving forward season, which is the most important thing that we focused on was success, but also confidence. Because if you are not confident in what you do, as you said, then no, who's gonna believe what you're selling? Like if I come to you and I'm stammering and I'm not really sure what I'm talking about, people will just walk away because they don't understand what you're saying, or they feel like you're not confident in it, so it probably it's not a good product. So you have to learn that confidence. That confidence, you have to learn it. Especially for me, a lot of times there's so many things that I had to learn, because a lot of people, it depends on their background, it depends on how they grew up, it depends on the kind of people in their environment. So they might have been beaten down, the spirit might have been uh, beaten down, and they don't believe in what they can offer. But then
Yeah,
when you move out of that environment, move with people that can inspire you, network with people that are doing well in the community, you would start gaining that confidence by force, by fire, and then that would
absolutely.
help you as well. And
Absolutely.
that's just my nugget. Go back and watch the videos. Every one of those people that I've spoken to, what I ask them is, what does success mean to you? They say it, and everybody has a different perspective of what success is. And then I
Mm.
ask them as well, How do you think confidence has something to do with that success? And absolutely everybody says the
It
same thing.
does.
Yes.
It does.
So no matter what that success means to you, confidence is really important to take you there. It's a driving force that
Absolutely.
will take you there. So it's really important. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really like, I can't believe it's almost an hour already. I can't believe it's almost an hour already, but I
Yeah,
know
it
you have
is.
so much to do already and you have to
Yeah.
go. And Extra Step CEO, since I know that you are the person that Miriam comes to, are you still looking for one additional person so I can come
I
and
think
complain to you every day?
we need to bring you on board the entrepreneurs hub as well. Yeah,
Oh,
you need to be in our group. It's a close knit group. There's so much to learn from
yes,
each other. Yeah.
that's really good because I sometimes I need somebody to also complain to. I beg, because sometimes it's
Everybody
a lot
needs
of times,
someone to
as you
run.
said.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll
Yeah.
be like, should I cancel this week because I'm already thinking about a gazillion things. And as you know, I'm also last year I started my own law firm and I don't have any
Mm.
employees yet, so it's
Oh
me
yeah.
that does everything.
It's a
So
lot of
it
work,
gets
I
a
can
lot to
imagine.
have to juggle
Mm.
everything, but
Mm.
because this is, as you said, this, if something is your passion, you just have to show up for it. So well,
Yep.
I'm somehow I have that feeling that some other people are waiting for you, who you will bring this time, and you don't know who you will bring, that their story will resonate with them and they can learn it in, or that can bring them out of that self-doubt that they're already in. So
Yeah.
it's really important to be able. And the thing is, if I need to cry, sometimes I cry in my closet. If I
Oh,
need, like you,
absolutely.
I when people ask you, oh, how do you do? I dear sister, I'm not doing it.
I
I
still
just
cried. I
go
still
as
cried
the
last
day goes.
night
I'm
over
not doing.
something.
There's nothing I'm doing that is different from what you're doing.
We're all
I'm just
human.
going with the flow. So sometimes you just have to show up and show out for yourself. Otherwise,
Yeah.
nobody else will see you. It's really
No.
important because the truth is, if you don't, if like a lot of people that I met on your platform, if they didn't reach out, I might not have noticed them. But they reached
Mm.
out, I noticed them. The same people too. So some other people too. I reached out to them and I noticed them, and we worked together, and
Whatever.
we're
Yep.
making magic. So that's really important. So
Yep.
thank you so much. I really appreciate. I will give you back to the rest of your time. Everybody that showed up today, I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And please share this with your friends, with your family, because you never
Let's
know
do.
who this could help. You never know
Yep.
who's actually looking for a nugget that this would just be the right nugget for them at this time. So thank you so much, Miriam. I really appreciate you and have a fantastic day.
Thank you.